This is Umar for BoxNation. I'm joined by Jeamie TKV in what was a very eventful press conference yesterday.
Yeah,
Joyce Hergovich is the main event, but everyone's talking about Adelaide TKV
it's
for
all right.
obvious reasons. So
Yeah.
let's just jump to the chase. Why did you flip a table?
To be honest, he was banging the table, so I had to do one better. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to intimidate me or everyone around him with the table punches, so I had to do one better. That's all.
So the bits I noticed from the press conference, there was obviously a lot of shouting, so it was difficult to pick
Of
up
course.
everything. But you were insistent that he's changed his behaviours in some way. What is that exactly?
Not saying that he's changed his behavior, but this is how he behaves. He's not this persona that he puts on is all an image, and him just trying to behave like a bad boy. It doesn't make sense. For boxers, you're supposed to be respectful and you have to show a great example. He's not a great example, trying to be a bully. No one likes bullies. You know what I'm saying? So
When did you feel he tried to bully you?
no, he's not trying to bully me, but he's talking like he's the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he always talks like he's the guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what bullies do. And one thing that I didn't take lightly is the fact that he was disrespecting my team for no reason. He's fighting me, but he's targeting my team. And
What, the Harry Hill reference?
no, not Harry Hill. Look, that's a joke. That's all fun and games. But what I'm saying is, he was threatening to hit my team. As you know, he was threatening to attack my team. That's a serious threat. Like, I would never say anything. I would never dare say anything about his team because there's no issues. Like, there will never be issues between me and his team. I'm fighting Dave. I would never go and disrespect his team in a way like that. He made a Harry Hill joke. It's a joke. It's not that deep. But for him to go on and say that he was gonna punch everyone around me, that's personal. That's disrespectful.
Was this at Talk Sport?
No, that was the press. Did you not hear it yesterday?
Was he not retaliating to comments from you in that point?
No, well, the only comments I was saying was, "You're lying." So I'm saying you're lying. Why are you gonna say you're gonna punch everyone on my team and everyone around me? You know what I'm saying? That's what bullies do. That's what a bully will do, and that's bully behavior. And no one likes a bully. No one likes a bully. You know what I'm saying? We're fighting on Saturday. Let's keep it like that. Talk to me. Don't talk to anyone outside. I'll never talk to your team like that. Even if I see your parents, I'll give your mum a hug and give your dad a handshake.
So you took offence to that he was going at your team, not you. It's
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
you.
And it's a serious threat. There's a code in boxing. That's a serious threat. Let's be real. What has the team got to do with anything? Let's be real. But that's what bullies do. He's a bully. He's trying to be a bully, a pretend bully, and that's what he did yesterday. So he was banging the table trying to intimidate me and everyone around him, probably my team. But I had to do one better. That's the only reason why I hit it and flipped the table.
So at Talk Sport, right? What ignited that? Because at the launch press conference, which was weeks ago,
Of course.
it was so much different.
Of
So
course.
what lit that fire at Talk Sport?
So I walked in to talk sport very assertive. I was very assertive and I was aware. I'm sorry. I was letting him know what he thinks he's gonna do to me, he won't do to me. I was very assertive, and he wasn't happy that I was assertive because he is the one that usually tries to dominate conversations, tries to be the bully. You get what I'm saying? So, because I was very assertive, he wasn't happy. He expected me to be as calm as we were in the first press conference after he was the one saying he was gonna knock me out, which is weird. He wants me to sit there and be happy that he's saying that he's knocking me out. So because I was assertive, at the end of it, we took a picture with everyone on Talksport, and then he said to me, "Jeamie, you have lost some weight. You won't be able to hold these shots," and kept punching his hand. So I started laughing. I said, "You ain't got to worry about that. That's funny." I find that funny. I think Dave is quite hilarious. He actually got some funny jokes. I find him quite funny. But when he said that, then out of nowhere, we're walking in, and in the room, obviously, he sees um, a few members of his team, I believe. And then he turns around and tries to pull up, like, which you can hear in the video. I said, "Don't pull up on me." He turns around and tries to flex in front of me, tries to try and scare me or whatever he tried to do. And I stood my ground, and then we got separated. So And then that's where we got into a verbal argument where we're just shouting stuff across from each other. That's all that happened. But then we went outside, we got taken outside. We was waiting for our cab, but the cabman went the long way. So when we was waiting for it, he calmed down and he started shadowboxing. Funny again, I started laughing. So we just laughed. For me, I found that funny. He's a character. As he walked in, whatever, he walked in his cabin, he left. So yesterday he said he was waiting to beat him up. I'm like, where's this coming from? Even I find that very weird, like that you can lie when there's like a lot of people that can say that you're lying. Like if it was only me and him, if he lied, it's no problem. He can get away with it because it's only me and him. So it's my word against his word. But the fact that his team was there and my team was there, people are looking at him like a bit weird, saying, like even I got a call from like one of my guys that was there. He said, "That's very weird. Like, why would he make that up? Like, no one was waiting for him." And he said he said who wants it to one of us, and none of us approached him, which was very weird because that didn't happen either. So I don't know why he creates this scenarios in his head. Like like yesterday I realized he's a very bad liar. He lies so much and he believes his own bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So he believes he's a gangster. That's the way he behaves like that. And I've realized that he's put on this persona. He actually thinks he's a gangster now. That's why I called him an academic gangster. We're both educated. I went uni. I graduated. He graduated too. His parents are happy for him. My parents are happy for him. Like we come from, like we're both raised well by our parents. Like this, I don't know where this gangster persona comes from. This, which is what I'm saying. But I guess, just like I said, maybe he's been watching too much movies, and he now thinks he's a gangster.
Watch the table, Jamie.
Sorry, watch the table. But now he thinks he's a gangster. I'm not too sure. Do you get what I'm saying? But I have no issues with Adeleye. It's the fight. We're gonna fight, and we're gonna get it on. There's no point of even. Yeah, go on.
So let me clear this reference up about Sol Dakers. What was that about? That he didn't want that fight?
Do you know? I'm not even gonna talk about that. He knows what I was talking about, and I wanted it to really fuck with him. But I did promise I'm not going to speak more about it and get into detail with it. But I wanted to fuck with him. You get what I'm saying? There's truth to it, but I just wanted to fuck with him, and I'm not going to say more on that.
And what about this fight? You believe he was forced into this fight, or he didn't want this fight, really? Just want to clarify that as well.
Listen, like I said, I'm not going to go in more details. He knows. I said what I said. He knows I'm not going to go in further details. I'm just ready to fight tomorrow. That's it. I'm not going to go in details because that's what everyone wants to hear. They want to know why I said these things. I'm not going to say more. He knows why I said it, and everything I say is the truth. Everything he said was a lie.
Just want you to... So I showed him yesterday this backyard.
I really live it. Trust me, Jamie. I know this. All security was around me. They know Jamie's not like that. He's the one that flipped the table, and then the first thing they do is they go around me. So it's like, all right, then let's tame Adeleye first before we do anything with Jamie, because we know Jamie's not really like that.
Thoughts?
He's not like that. I'll be real. Listen, you know what's so funny? One time we were sparring, obviously Ben Davies in the gym. This was the last time we even sparred, quite some years now, and he kept holding me in the spar. I lost my cool, and I stuck it on him. I said, "You want to go to war, Adeleye? You want to go to war?" He did not respond. Bear in mind, it's only me and him and his coach, his former coach, that was there. He did not react, did not say a thing. And then we carried on sparring. At the end of it, we shook hands and we lost. So if he's saying I'm not about it, I've always been about it. Even in the ring, I've shown him I'm about it. So when I tell him, you know what I'm about, I'm not talking about street stuff. There's nothing here that's supposed to be street. We're fighters, we're boxers, we're professional boxers. When I say you know what I'm about, means you know what I'm about when we get in that ring. He knows mentally. I know he's having sleepless nights. I know that for a fact. He's having sleepless nights. Because I'm on his mind.
Last question to you know what you're saying about, this is not street stuff and this is purely for the ring and we're going to keep it professional. What someone could say if they're playing devil's advocate to that, and even though you explained why you did that, because David was banging the table and trying to intimidate you, there could be an argument to say you shouldn't have flipped the table.
Yeah, you can say that, but that is what felt right. Everyone was calling me like what a team who Derek Chisora. That's funny still. I'm not gonna lie. I like them comments.
So
but,
no regrets on that part, yeah?
man, listen. Like I said, it's so the fight. You know,
It has built the
everyone's
fight.
exactly.
It
Everyone's
has built the
tuning in
fight.
now.
Do you think the board may contact you about that? Or?
Possibly. But in advance, I'm sorry. In advance, I'm sorry. It was just emotions at the time. No one got hurt. The table was fine. You get me? It was just emotions, but it's all for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? It's for the show on Saturday. We're building the show. We're building the fight.
On that note, Jamie, best of luck on Saturday. We'll speak after.
Thank you very much.